Hello and thank you for joining me. In this tutorial, I will show you how to work with additional languages. The editor or publisher can change the software language environment by going to the Options menu on the top of the screen and choosing Language, which is the final option on that menu. In here, he can choose to move from English to German to Castellano to Francais, to Italiano, to Portuguese. Okay? So that's Spanish, French, Italian, and Portuguese. So, if I choose another language, you will see that all of my background options as a publisher are presented to me in my native language, and I can choose that at any time. The second thing to look at is the language options that are presented to your end reader on the screen as they're reading through your magazine. Let's take a look at this sample. My Features panel, which is available to every end reader, will present me with a number of options which are labelled today in English. Print, share, search, archive, download, etc., etc. If I move to a Spanish edition, for example, I can see that this client has in fact changed the translations and made them available to their end reader audience in Spanish instead. Let me show you how to do that. Within my magazine, I can choose the default language that I want made available with this edition of the magazine. Now, to present further options in this area, I need to first add those languages to my system. So if I move to the top menu again, under Options, I can choose Translations. Here I can see that at the moment I have only English, US English presented as my default language. And you can see all of the areas in the screen that are presented to the end reader. These refer to dialog boxes or to rollover text options that appear to the end reader. If I choose to add a second language, I simply click on the first icon beside the word Languages, which is new. I type in the name of the language. Click OK. And now I have Spanish and English. All that's left for me now is to move to each area of the system, and I'll start with Features panel. And here I can see all of the English default options available to me. So I want to change each of those options to match the language that I've simply added. Okay, now it may seem like a tedious task, but the good news is that you only have to do this once for each language, and then those languages will appear as a choice to your publisher each time they're publishing a magazine, and they're available to the publisher under the advanced settings. Now you can see that my default language could be either Spanish or English for this magazine. And that will present the preferred language option to your end readers as they're reading through the magazine. And that's how we add an additional language to the magazine for the benefit of the end readers. Thank you for watching.